Instagram, and we're also live on Facebook. All those who are on our other sites, Instagram and Facebook, please tune in to YouTube so we can all just stream from one location. We are trying to get our viewers up. We are trying to get recognized. We are trying to get publicized, and we are trying to get known. Help us do that.
All right, well, that's we trying to do all that shit.
Can you say it again? Help us do that.
Okay.
I mean, that's it.
Help!
Just
help!
Help! Y'all out there rallying for the store in Howard, for them just because they were trying to tell them to stop playing music and stuff like that, go music. Y'all was out there rallying for them, rap for us.
Okay.
Do us, support us. That's all I'm gonna say. Support the United Sisters. But no, guys, honestly, we are very excited to be here again on Wednesday. It is 9/11. We are getting close to that start time. However, the great thing about it is if you are on YouTube, you can always play back. If you are on Facebook and you do fall asleep near the end, you can always go back to where you left off because it is on YouTube and it stays on YouTube. So with that being said, let's get right into our show. We're going to start off with positivity. And positivity part of the show is where we actually love to start off on a positive note. Typically, it's something we've dealt with throughout the week. And also, we've said this before, if you have something that you go by on a day-to-day basis, please DM us so we can highlight you and share your comment for that week. What you guys said?
I gotta find it because what had happened was in all my hustle bustle.
So we both are prepared because then my phone is dead. So
because look, the papers. But listen, guys, let's just get real here, okay? Okay, so my quote today was going to be about positivity. That's my positivity for everybody. As we, move on. I was saying the other day. I was talking about hashtags and things like that. We were talking about hashtags on the show last week. And I said, can we hashtag the shift? And I said that because I know that myself personally, I feel like I'm in a shift in my life, that I'm shifting from one area to another, or from one, plateau to another, from one place to another. And I'm not the only one. I feel like people around me, and maybe that's just because you surround yourself by, that same energy finds you. So be aware of that. The energy that you're putting out is the energy that's going to be attracted to you as well. As well as the opposite, the direct opposite as energy. So protect yourself as well. But I feel like personally, I'm in an area of shift, a time of shift, where energy is shifting and activities are shifting and life in general is just shifting. I'm excited for the next phase. I'm excited for what's coming. And I know the place that I was very just trying for me. It was just trying. Even in the good times, it was trying. It was difficult. You know what I mean?
But since you have it together.
I thank you, girl.
You held it together. Through struggle came radiance.
Yeah.
Through struggle came progression. Through struggle comes the ability to proceed.
Right.
Because if you don't go through that struggle time in your life, you won't know what the good times feel like.
Right.
Because if you always have the good times, what do you have to compare it to?
What do you have to compare it
Absolutely. To? You know what I'm saying? So you definitely now in this state in your life, whereas though everything is on the up and up, because you work so hard to get on the up and up, you won't maintain the up and up.
And then you have to because I feel like I'm headed to the up and up. I feel like I'm headed towards something and I'm going full force. I still don't know all of what it is. I just know
that's the joy.
I just know the groundwork that I've been laying. So you've been laying some groundwork. When you feel the shift, you're hoping you're more confident about it, but at the same time you're hoping and believing that shift is carrying you towards what it is you were laying the groundwork for anyway.
Exactly.
If you are putting energy into your business, if you're putting energy into your job, if you're putting energy into your relationship, if you're putting in wherever you're putting energy in, and you start to feel a shift from where you are going towards another direction, especially full throttle, when it feels positive, like it's drawing you, then I feel like that's a time to step to stay focused be a little bit confident and call it to yourself because you're already laying that groundwork. And with that being said, I will say that diamonds are made from pressure. Okay. We cannot get to the shift if we're still just stagnant and you want to be right here anyway. If you cool with right here, then just be right there. That's fine too. If that's what floats your boat and you don't need to grow anymore and you feel completely and totally happy with where you are, then by all means stay there. If you are experiencing something else and you want the shift in your life, you know, then you start doing a couple things. You start taking responsibility for where you are. You start acknowledging the fact that you are actually responsible. You know, a lot of us have past issues and things like that we blame other people for. If you've had a fucked up childhood, it's unfortunate, but there's only so long that you can blame somebody else for that, because at the end of the day, no matter whose fault it is, you have to move on. No matter what has happened, it's your responsibility to pick up and move on, because if you don't, you get to still stay right here. You do not get to the shift. Sometimes we've already been pressurized. We're just waiting to be, you know, to actually form into the diamond, or actually for the diamond in us to just emerge. So you guys hold fast to whatever it is that you are doing. If you are making forward movements in your life, the positivity is to hold on to that. Know that your shift is coming. Be prepared. Prepare for your shift. You know what I'm saying? Prepare for your shift. Wait for it, and when it comes, hop on that shit and ride the fucking wave. Okay. And that is the tea.
The tea is the tea.
The tea is the tea. The tea. But you guys, let me know if you guys have experienced anything like that. And another place where the shift was coming from was because the other day I posted a message that somebody else had posted. I reposted a message on Instagram. So guys, go to SipsTea the show on Instagram and you'll see it's just a little blurb that basically said that there are Nipseys right in your backyard that you're not supporting. That there are Nipseys all around us that we're not supporting. And I was saying, so for people to shout out those Nipseys in our life so that we can actually start to respect them and start to follow them and start to support them before they pass. Like, you know, he has an outstanding legacy, but let's start supporting people while they're creating a legacy, while you can still use the help right here, right now. Diamonds are made from pressure. The shift is here. I feel the energy shifting. All of the
I think we have to start creating present legacies, though. We like to, as people, we like to set legacies for people once they're gone.
That's what I'm saying.
We need to create a present legacy. Allow your legacy to be,
if you support us
when
now,
you're here,
exactly,
versus when you're gone and you're saying, "Oh yeah, he was a positive person in the past tense." Why not be more prevalent and present in the current tense? Right,
you be part of that shift right now, because the kind of stuff that he was talking was really it's actually this is what we're about. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about
Brewing TEA. Say the same thing.
Absolutely, and we're trying to create the shift as we speak on a daily basis. When we talk about people brewing tea, when we go and interview entrepreneurs, when we're checking out people in the community, X, Y, and Z, that's what it's all about. We're trying to create the shift. If you want change in your community and in your environment, then you have to be part of that. You have to drop in the bucket. You have to make a fucking wave, okay? And a wave is not a tidal wave all the time. It starts from a small shift. So even if you're doing something small in your everyday life, I think last week you were talking about, look, give a nigga a hug. If it's something that small, you never know what that's doing for somebody else. And in that, you are creating the shift. When you support a local business that's doing their thing and that's actually being positive and supporting the community, you are being a part of that shift. And you never know where your little bit eventually turns into a lot. You could be planting the seed right now. We could be planting the seed right now for somebody else that will create the shift. As long as we continue to do what we're doing, hopefully, you know, we kiki, but educate, elevate, communicate, collaborate. Okay, that's what it's all about. We like to kiki and everything, but it's all about actually moving us along to the next level.
Since you came up,
I was trying to help you out, girl. I knew you was like, Look, I'm not ready.
But so no, for my positivity though, it's simple. It definitely is simple. It's something that it's actually directly from me. Don't allow for me. I don't allow the fear of failure to keep. Even allow the failures that you've had to stop you from progressing to the future. Like it's so easy for us to get caught up in our own self, in our own world, in our own life, in our own thoughts. And we allow that to stop us from being great. I know I'm one of the biggest procrastinators. I know I'm great, but it gonna take it. Sometimes it takes me a little too long to the greatness because I procrastinate because I'm afraid of failing, or I failed at something, or I feel like I'm tired of doing it. My thing is, do not allow the fear of failure to keep you from progressing. And this is really, honestly, it's just that simple for me. And anything that you're out there doing in your life, and you feel like getting nowhere, keep pushing because the light is coming, and that's what I have to constantly tell myself.
Absolutely.
So that's all I have.
Yeah.
For that part of the show.
Short and sweet. I love it.
Short and sweet.
Okay. I'm the long one. She's the short one.
Short, sweet to something, but you gotta also give those type of examples and things like that. In dealing with this life, like we all go. We all have life experiences. So it's so beautiful when you can share those ups with those downs.
Yeah, and don't think for things to be perfect because they never will be. You will always find a reason not to do something. So
and somebody will always find a reason not to put you into position.
Yeah,
try to find the reason and know the understanding of why you're in the position.
Absolutely, so, and be careful who you telling these little dreams to, people. Because let me tell you. Their dream is not your dream, and it's not anybody's responsibility to dream the shit with you or for you. So as soon as you get to telling, like there's a fear that goes along with there's a fear that goes along with experiencing success, right? When you already experience a natural fear within yourself, and you know that that's what you're about to be up against, and you go tell, like if I go tell this, I got this great idea. I'm already scared about it. Like, I think this will work. I'm not super, super confident. I just think it's going to work. I go tell Eb Deceleb, and she be like, well, this face. Well, I don't know, Keleeba. I don't know how you going do and this, that, and the other. And she tells me 10 things that's wrong with my motherfucking master plan that I've already thought was master plan in my head. This person, whoever that person is, can immediately talk you out of it because they're feeding into the fear
of $1 million.
Because you are already primed by your own fear. Mm-hmm. So that person validated your fear and helped you take your own damn self down. So be careful about who you are telling your dreams to, and know that if you are telling somebody else, take it with a grain of salt because and then sometimes it's not even no shade, but it's not their responsibility.
Like I said, at the end of the day, respect your dream, not their dream.
Absolutely,
so allow you to live it, not them live it. If they not on board, that's them, not on here.
That's
what's important.
Mm-hmm. I can show you better than I can tell you. Let it be that, and just keep moving on. But speaking of moving on, let's see, guys. Okay, so the next segment of our show is Brewing TEA. And this is when we talk about everyday awesomeness in our community. This is when we talk about, those motivators and things uplifting to us. And I thought that it would be really, really perfect for us to talk about during Brewing TEA. These people that were on our page after posting the post actually read, there's a Nipsey Hussle in your city that you don't even support. Okay, so I immediately said, how true this was, number one. And number two, I asked that you guys drop some names and some people below the message so we could talk about you guys and tell everybody else what kind of tea that you are brewing. So, guys, hey, everybody on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I got to shout out the real DJ Freaky Ty.
Oh yeah,
we gotta shout out the real DJ Freaky Ty.
And also thank y'all so much for collaborating. Anybody who is not following the page, collaboration happens just not on Wednesdays but every day.
Yeah,
we definitely try to update the page as much as possible. Definitely try to throw questions and stuff out there as much as possible. We both are two working women, so sometimes it don't happen every day.
Working.
We working,
not just job, working.
We working women. But we do thank you when you guys do collaborate.
Absolutely.
It definitely means a lot to us. Like each person viewing our page, every person matters to us. So
Absolutely.
thank y'all. We got 30 comments and go back up.
And this particular post was liked by 848 people because it was nothing but the truth. So
yes.
To all 848 people that came to the page and liked this statement,
please actually add the page.
Add the page. I know.
Like the picture.
Y'all be my best friends.
We only got 400.
We only got 400. You know, if y'all would just have been our friends. But that's okay.
It's okay.
The grind is real.
It's okay.
You know, Nipsey was in business for 20 years. Okay. Dropping his tapes and making his money for sure. But, you know, he didn't get all of the recognition that he should have, mainstream-wise until.
So let's shout out like 5.
So we're going to say. Oh,
it's 33.
Wait a minute, but that's weird because not all of those comments are people. They're actually people collaborating. But we'll say we want to shout out the real DJ Ty and the Hot Spot Show, and we're shouting him out because he also shouted out Haterproof DMV at Haterproof DMV. So you guys check them out at Haterproof DMV. We gotta shout out.
Oh wow!
At D1 Music, Larry _Morrow, at Alvin Kamara, at Super_Scent.
Yes, and it says this is only a few because the list for the NOs is deep. When we with them boys and ladies, I love my city, my people. God bless Nipsey's soul and protect and continue to raise the family to greatness.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for that comment.
So we shouting you out for actually making it. There was a baby girl on here too. Purpose Youth Foundation is on here.
Oh yeah, shout out that we gotta take care of the babies.
We gotta take care of the babies.
We got
shout out Inglewood Barbie. Yes.
Awesome.
What happens is, guys, when you tell us who's brewing tea, we got to go do a little research. We got to do a little research. Shout out Inglewood Barbie and Lady Serena, who actually got us hip to her.
Awesome.
And at Chariah, I think it's Chariah or something like that, who is a young baby girl entrepreneur doing some oils and things like that.
Yeah.
Tracy Lou too. TraciLouto. So, guys, we're shouting you out during our Brewing Tea segment.
And I wanted to shout one other person as well. I wanted to shout
You want me to switch?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I actually wanted to shout out my sister because she is actually developing her own mental rehabilitation center.
Yes.
And I think that is dope because we talk about mental illness in the Black community.
Hell yeah, it is.
My sister is an African-American woman.
Okay.
Out here with her doctorate, paid all the qualifications, and instead of gearing her expertise toward and we love all our races, of course, but she's gearing it to where we need the help. We want to focus in because sometimes
we're quiet about it.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you're more comfortable talking to your own than Cindy Lou.
Yeah.
So she don't want to throw anything out there, but shout out to her rehab center and everything like that. It will claim you're crazy, and she's trying to take the crazy, the derogatory meaning behind the word crazy and put a positive spin on it. And those words, you always talk about word verbiage. And
verbiage.
And it's all about that verbiage. It's all about how you can change the verbiage of how you think. Yes. Change the way of how you think and change the way on how you allow people to make you think. Framing those words. And so I'm definitely so proud of my sister. She's out here. She's 29 years old. She's doing her thing. And like I said, she could be making $1 million, doing a million different things. She's working with celebrity people. She's working with them all. But she really wants to focus in on our community. And so you can't do nothing but praise that. And you can't do nothing but support that while it's present. Yeah. Don't talk about the legacy of what could have been. Talk about what's here now. And you have somebody, and she's actually on the page. Business, honey. Mary Brooks, that's actually who it is, my sister. She's on the page. So guys, she is based out of Atlanta. So she's definitely, support those who support you. Mm-hmm. And then support those who you don't know. Just support just because you want to support.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta know cuz down the street just to support them. And I find us, we go to these different events and we know nobody. But they appreciate us so much because we're just trying to learn about them. So appreciate.
We're just trying to come find out about you.
That's it. And that always, respect a person's craft, respect the person's hustle, and respect it while they're present. We cannot keep stressing that enough. Like, we are so quick to just throw up the RIPs when we don't got to do that.
Yeah.
Let's switch up verbiage. Let's switch up the way we
do it before there's an RIP.
Let's do it.
You know what I'm saying?
In the present day.
I'm like, what, girl?
ITPD. ITD in the present day. So instead of having RIP by your name, have GemDTwin IPTD. Eb Deceleb PTD.
Okay.
Mary Brooks IPTD. All those people on our page on SipsTea the show, all those comments IPTD. In the present day. In the present day.
Where you at?
Where you at with your greatness? So with that being said, guys, definitely we want to continue to brew those out there. We'll be hitting the streets. Like I said, we've been working, but don't get it twisted. The summer is here and we ready to get litty with your in the city with your businesses. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, we're definitely going to be out there your way, headed out there your way. Look out for those interviews. Look out for those spots. We're going to be out. Follow the page and you'll see where we'll be.
Yes. And please, guys, if you are brewing your tea, please come toot your own horn.
Because we can sell it, but it ain't nothing like the person who
right. Just let us know. Go to SipsTea the show at Gmail. Hit us up. Just drop us a line. Let us know what you're doing. It's not that we can be. Look. You was like, yeah. It's not that we can't put that on the table right now because they're not paying us.
Sponsor the show.
Yes, I would love for you to sponsor the show, Gala. Yes, if you are brewing your tea, if you have something that we should present on the show, sometimes we've had things and people that we cover on the show. Better believe the products that you see us have bought, okay, out of our own pocket.
Oh yeah.
Now
I'm a good girlfriend.
Yes.
When I get to them pop-up
shops. Okay, because
we
actually support you guys. We purchase the things. We don't ask for things for free. But if you would like to send us a free product so we can actually do more, because again, we working. Yeah. So the more people we support, the more money that we are spending. The money's going out. We want some of it to come in so that we can continue to do what we're doing. So if you would like to sponsor SipsTea the show with your product line, send us stuff, just hit us up. I'm sure that there's almost anything that we can work out. And hopefully you guys continue to do things. And even if we can't come to your event, maybe we can actually tell people about it on SipsTea the show. So make sure you hit us up, SipsTeatheshow@gmail.com. Find us at our on our Instagram page, DM us, or hit us up. You know what I mean? And make sure you tell your family, your friends, and your friends' friends to come through. It's lit.
Yeah.
Okay. With that being said, we need to move on into tea time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the tea is the tea.
The tea.
I'm sick of the world.
You can't get
I'm sick of the world. I'm sick of the world.
I'm sick of the world, girl.
I'm sick of the way that people think.
We gotta be the shift. We gotta be the change.
My God.
It happens. Well, okay, so part of
where
this
you want to
business.
start?
Okay, where do we start? All right, so tea time number one is the part of the show that we talk about the things going on around us. The tea. Sometimes it is celebrity gossip. I was called out on this and they asked me about do we always, engage in celebrity gossip? The answer is no. We do a lot of celebrity gossip if it pertains to us in some subject that we need to talk to the people about.
But guess what? DC, the DMV, honey, got that's the tea.
So we're gonna talk about
always some shit going on in the city, baby. Mm-hmm. Always shit going on in the city.
So this tea time we're gonna be talking about what's going on over here in the D.C. Okay, District of Columbia. Okay. Yes, but here in D.C.
in U Street in the Shaw District, child, they was out there rallying
First of all, yes.
Rallying because they trying to mute DC.
And my girl Eb Deceleb came in here talking, it's a riot.
It was
I said, wait, what?
They was riot. I call it riots. And they was riots off the late night because if anybody know DC on U Street, that store, Metro PCS, that's been there forever, that always plays music, that always got popping. If anybody remembers when DC was DC, Georgia Avenue Day, where everybody used to hang out at the CVS right there over after you leave the club. That used to be the spot. They used to have a whole. Do you remember when over there by Howard when they had the whole? Used to have the pictures out there like you was at the cabaret outside, you know. And so this is where DC used to belong to the people, and allegedly.
Okay.
So you know you had some new neighbors that are my friendly college friends.
Yeah.
Who didn't appreciate the DC way. They wanted to mute. They said
so. The movement has been
unmute
DC. Okay, unmute. They tried to mute DC, and the movement has been unmute DC
because they wanted the Metro PCS because you know they play music, go and everything. They got everything going, you know. But that's always been their thing,
right?
That's just the thing. Child, my brothers and sisters of the Caucasian descent said they was disturbing the peace.
Yeah.
They can't sleep at 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Go is going on.
Not to mention they live on Chuck Brown Street, but whatever.
Right? Yeah. Now that
says have y'all sign the petition.
You know, I haven't even seen the petition, to be honest. I have not personally been presented with the petition.
Oh, I'll show you what it.
Did you sign the petition?
I ain't signed the petition yet. I didn't sign the petition.
Are we gonna sign the petition?
We can sign the petition, but I'm gonna tell you something. Just like you can tell them not to mute DC, can you get out there and rally for all this fucking crime that's in DC? The same way you meeting for go in DC. You need to be meeting for saving Black lives in DC. Right. You need to start meeting for, let's rally for Black on Black crime.
Okay.
Let's rally for you going in, and you know it's a Black person's car, and you know your ass is Black, and you rob those cars. Let's talk about
something
that.
For the youth. How about something that's going to turn these little crazy kids around? Because our youth is getting out of control. Our youth is getting out of control.
They're treacherous.
But listen, let me tell y'all something. The world is just like a household.
My God.
Okay? So the father figure, the older person up there in government, you crazy.
Yeah, my God.
What's happening is trickling down. Now the parents in the neighborhood, the parents household, which old people.
Well,
number one, we are distracted. We don't have time.
Hello.
Nobody is raising our youth.
Okay? Can you say it against us?
Nobody is raising our youth.
Say
so what's happening is the youth are left to raise themselves.
Hello.
And so when they're
then you got the streets trying to teach them how to be men.
I mean, where else they gonna get it from? Where else they get it from?
Law-abiding citizens.
Right.
But then you want to rally because you don't want them to cut the gun. Now look here, I'm all for that. Don't get it twisted. Ed is all for please keep the city Black because I love my city. I'm from Mississippi, but I've been here since 2005. I love my city. I was here when Georgia Avenue Day was in existence. I was here when Howard was popping. I remember Zanzibar, H2O, and Platinum. I remember the dream. I remember it all. I had good times and fun times. But my thing is you can get out here and rally for the go-go. And not only did they rally, they had the go-go out there. Let's rally about saving lives. Right. Let's rally about what are you doing with your life. Let's rally about
how about this?
Education.
That's what I was about to say.
School.
Money schools. Like let's get some cash up in these school systems. Let's start getting some rallies going to pay these damn teachers, dealing with your knucklehead children.
And then guess what? You ain't got to worry about them muting DC and all muting DC. Guess what? We all gonna be able to live in DC because we all got great educations and great jobs. So we're gonna be working right next to the white one. And what world am I talking about?
Okay,
I'm just talking shit.
You talking shit.
At the end of the day, we all know this is a white man's world. up. Boy meets world.
It's the world that you create. And again, you know,
I just think that we can
without the color issue, because I'm sorry, guess what, guys? With all the gentrification going on, what is about to happen is it's not going to be Chocolate City.
It's not.
But with it not being Chocolate City, all of us, Black, white, Asian, Hispanic, all of us are going to be dealing with these issues.
Everybody.
Sorry.
At the end of the day,
all of ain't moving out of DC.
It's not.
All of everything's not moving out of DC.
You're
going to get a mix of everything.
Let me tell you what DC is catering to. DC is catering to the tax-paying citizens. That's what they're catering to. They don't give a fuck about nobody else. They give a fuck about who's funding their city. That's what they care about. I'm the first person to tell you, I love my city. I love DC. I love the people in DC. I do appreciate the old DC a little bit better than the new DC, because it just, you don't want to start feeling awkward in your city. I'm the only black person here. Yeah. So I feel awkward or whatever the case may be. But we gotta stay together to stop that from happening. It's not gonna just stop with a store playing music. Fine, cool. They can still play that music, but it don't stop there. If we can rally about that and keeping DC and keeping go in DC and this and that, let's band together and make DC better. Let's make the people in DC that's been here originally better.
I love it. I love to see when people use their voices, because we as a people control shit. We do. But let's also not be fucking obnoxious. Okay?
That's what you said.
I said.
I ain't gonna lie, I would have been mad too.
Because I love, okay, so you guys, we outside rallying, we doing it.
Don't come over here in the hill doing that shit. Because niggas got to go to work in the morning. Late coming in here. Can you imagine coming in?
No, please do not. Don't block my way out. I still gotta go to work. Move on my damn way. Y'all need to schedule this shit in another time, another place. Was there a letter that went out asking for my support and my permission to get in my damn way? But my thing is also this, because I think somebody was saying, like, what was the comment? Like, let's see him try to get some sleep now.
Yeah.
Okay. I am all for the rallying. I am all for the show of emotion, and I am all for everybody putting their energy into something positive, because I do think that we need to keep some things
I love
authentic.
that part though.
I don't care if you don't like go-go. Go-go was born and bred here, so you may not take it.
Don't come from backyard ever. Don't come from Red Essence. So ever.
It's just one of those things. It's like going to Africa and telling them not to beat the damn drum.
Exactly. That's just what we do.
You must not do that. You must not do that, because that's part of the culture and the vibe of that place. But yeah, let's not also, okay, when you win, let's also not be obnoxious. Okay. Let's be a winner. You know how you go to the Little League field and y'all won. It was a tough game. It was against your whole biggest rival, but they still told you guys to have sportsmanlike conduct when you do so. Let's not be obnoxious with it, okay? Let's cut our shit off at a reasonable hour, and let's not be obnoxious. Because at the end of the day, like, let's be clear. Let's be clear. There are some of us that still don't want to hear that shit past a certain hour either, because we got to get our asses up, just like you said up here in Hickory. Don't come here where we live. Please, all hours of the night. Like, be respectful with your shit. That's all that is. So we have to be about that.
Upstairs, everybody in our building, everybody up in there working class. We can't afford to live in DC, but. And we don't do all that. Like, everybody, your building's quiet. My building is quiet. I don't experience that.
SipsTea show probably the loudest thing that's going on.
They probably mad at us right now.
No, but it's at a decent hour.
Yeah, but I mean, I couldn't imagine living in, but I will say this. I love my city. But that's one of the reasons why I personally don't want to live in DC, because it's just too much always going on for me. I like kind of.
So how can you be upset if somebody else of any persuasion is saying, hey, it's too much going on? And actually, you might say it's too much going on. But our Caucasian brothers and sisters, the people that are moving into the city and paying that top dollar to be there, they're like, oh, no. We're going to do something. We're going to write some letters. We're going to actually try to change what we don't like.
But my thing, in their defense, If it's business hours, it's business hours.
Right.
You can't, you know what I'm saying? It's not like they out there playing at 12 o'clock in the
Absolutely.
yesterday for the rally.
Be obnoxious.
But they work for the rally, but it's not like that's an everyday thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody still, from what I got, is everybody still wants to be courteous to everybody.
Absolutely.
However, don't go and say, oh, you need to cut the music off at 10 o'clock a.m. or 11 o'clock a.m. if that's their business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 11 a.m., 12 a.m. because that's what they're complaining about, is they're playing music from that store, period. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's their business. We don't, how dare you?
But what kind of curmudgeon is mad at music? I just need to know. And you guys, that's a word that I grew up when my mom uses that word. I want everybody to look up the word curmudgeon. You will like it. You'll like the I'm serious. Everybody who I told curmudgeon to, has, used that word. So look up the word curmudgeon. That's your homework tonight. You guys can see how people are being a curmudgeon when they're just like, okay, I want the music to stop at hours when I should be at work anyway. Like, that's their job. That's what they do. Like, let them pump their music and do whatever. Yeah. But again, don't be obnoxious. Yeah. Like, whatever you're doing, don't be fucking obnoxious. Like, I honestly, find the line.
Down Howard, I would feel awkward if the music wasn't playing.
Absolutely. Like, why is it so quiet?
Yeah, I like the noise. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Because that's indicative of that area.
Like, it's like going to college, nobody out there performing. Yeah. You like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
certain things contribute to the energy of a place.
To the vibe of the city.
So, don't kill the vibe.
Don't
you know
kill
what I'm saying?
The city.
And don't try to recreate the vibe.
Exactly.
You can create a vibe.
But some people saying if they were playing metal, would they be mad?
Yeah.
And that's another thing.
Yes,
and that was another people's issue. That's true too. Mm-hmm. If they wasn't playing go-go, but they was playing rock, would you be as mad?
But I'm sure some people would. Some people would.
Probably.
Because some people don't want that shit.
Playing it in business hours or during business operation, if that's your business, it's like you and me, us, we do a show. Somebody telling us, we do a show from 8 to 3. Somebody telling us to be quiet. That's our job.
Right. Yeah.
I can't be fucking quiet. Yeah. That's my fucking job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You now, if I start losing business because I'm not staying true to who we are, somebody else decides to go somewhere else, are you going to compensate me for that?
No. Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
So let's not you be
obnoxious. Shit be the way it's been, honey.
Let you not be an obnoxious complainer either.
Exactly.
Let's not forget
exactly.
that.
Don't be out here. Oh my God. No, like I'll never forget this shit. Boy, let me tell you.
I like people who go to try to make actions happen, but that's a good one. Don't be obnoxious. Yeah. But don't be an obnoxious complainer either. No. Like sometimes we are obnoxious in our complaints. Don't be an obnoxious complainer.
I work I have event space, and so I have this nice rooftop space. So I do a lot of rooftop events in the summer, and so I know exactly what the decimal's supposed to be. And hello, thank you very much. And so you got the neighbors that are attached to the building. So trust me when I tell you, I'm all for a good rally because I understand where they're coming from.
Right,
but. And I tell my so when they call, because our hotel is attached to an apartment, but the hotel was there first. Mm-hmm. You built around it. You understand what I'm saying? You're in DC.
And did you figure you're just going to change it when you get there?
When you got there.
Yeah.
So I have to clearly let them know in the most polite, professional way possible. Hi, sir. Thank you so much for your input. However, this is a public space. This is a rooftop. We're not breaking any laws. And at 10 o'clock, the music has to be at a 1.0 decimal. The music is at a 1.0 decimal. What's the issue here? We're not breaking any liquor laws. We're not confusing Abra. We're doing what we're supposed to do. Because they sent a letter over talking about,
so Eb Deceleb, y'all know she cray, but she will,
I pulls out the butt.
Yeah, she will definitely. I'm sorry. Thank you for your input, but
yeah, okay. I thank you for your input because he sent a letter, and you know what? I'm gonna read the letter next week. He talked about they're up there listening to popping pussy music. He wrote that in the letter. And
you should be like, I'm sorry, sir. This is a really vulgar and offensive letter to have to read popping and pussy in the same sentence.
So when I had to respond,
you have to put P, popping P.
Because you can't say that.
I
requested a meeting, and so then I had to ask him because we are in completely two different buildings. We're not even connected in that way. I said, are you sure you didn't attend the event? Because there's no way you should have heard popping of the pussy from your house over the
actual letter.
Yes.
Excuse me. Let me have a moment. do not be a fucking just
They wrote a letter.
Do not, but I love a good letter. Yes, 2 letters.
They wrote a letter, and I said, when I said we requested because it was just because we had to, because they sent it out to like the war people or whatever. So then we like addressed it to show that we really show we're concerned, which we are concerned.
Right.
So, but I had to really ask. I said, "Are you sure you didn't attend the event?" And
I know Eb Deceleb did it. Right.
I said, "Are you sure you didn't attend that?" Exactly, because I was so confused. How did you hear that?
Because you recognize that beat.
Yeah,
because you got it in your house.
That was a big.
That's the one that you
that pussy.
I think it is.
And it was actually a Cardi B. It was actually a Cardi B song, and she was celebrating her album. Exactly, and so she was. The girl was celebrating her 40th, and she was having a good time.
Okay. Let her pop her.
Exactly. I thought I was like, you have passed. Are you sure you didn't come to the event?
Okay, so guess what, guys? The moral of this story is
mind your business.
Okay, we can say mind your business, but one, continue to show up and rally around the things that you find important. However, let's find some things that are super important. Let's show up in the same manner for some other causes, because this was important. Don't get me wrong. This was important to the culture of that area. But let's also show up in those same drones for some other things. Let's show up for some things that cause us to wear a certain tie as opposed to twerk it. Because we can do both, and let's show the world that we can do both. We can twerk and we can wear business suit, or whatever needs to be done so that we can handle business. And I
probably took the personal thing about breaking into people's cars, because
the
motherfucking kids in the Shaw area when y'all into my car twice.
And then the other takeaway from this is also, let's not be obnoxious. Okay, when we win, let's still have sportsmanlike conduct and show up in true form, and let's not be obnoxious. And then let's not be an obnoxious complainer.
We are.
Absolutely not.
Don't ever be who they think we are.
But don't be an obnoxious complainer will be the next thing as well.
Exactly.
And guess what else? Let's learn to write a good letter. I'm telling you guys,
by law, we have any company, any establishment has to meet with the Patreon.
Okay.
And so that's the law. Yeah. And so you actually have to meet with the Patreon. And especially because you don't want that, because it can get to the mayor.
Yeah.
And things like that. And you want, if they do, choose to investigate it, you want to show that you did your due diligence.
Absolutely. Learn how to complain properly. And you know what? I think we need to table that and talk about that on another show.
Her rooftop be lit, bitches.
But listen, guys, for real, with the educate, and communicate. Let's really hear the rooftop be lit. Yeah,
it be lit.
These are facts. But let's also talk about the fact that if you do want to get something done, let's figure out, because these are tools. Use the proper tools, like write a fucking letter. And as she just said, if you write a letter, the letter has to be addressed. They have to address your concern, even if it's obnoxious. Now, I'm telling you not to write an obnoxious letter because you sound stupid, but at the same time, if you have a valid concern, I tell my clients this all the time. You have got to write letters. You have got to take names. Mm-hmm. You have got to take names, and you have got to have some documentation on your shit, okay? Mm-hmm. So don't go off all boom shika. Dave said, who is Dave, man? Who is Dave? Dave, who is Dave? I'm gonna do you like this. Who is Dave? But yeah, so let's take that away. That's our tea time.
Write a good letter, but I will tell you though, I get where they coming from, and I do get where they coming from, because that shit do be cray, because I do a lot of corporate events too, and the corporate events be having their music playing as well. They still have their DJ as well.
Absolutely.
And granted, they do probably end before 10 o'clock, but they're still playing their loud music and things like that. And you don't get nothing from that. Because they can see who's at the hotel.
Yeah, absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Now, if I see you guys just, hey, and drunken, hey, we just grab on each other and stuff like that. But, when I see twerking and booty shaking and stuff like that, people think that they can actually, people see who it is, and they try to address you as they see you. So if they feel like you are presenting something ghetto and they can stop you, as opposed to being a business person in a position of power. But at the end of the day, we have the power. You just have to use it. And you have to use it properly. So that is the part of the education. Use it properly. If you want power, it's not going to be because you're the one that yells aloud.
Like the white people, honey. I get to type in my
honey. I'm sorry. What's your name?
And I will CC the manager plus the owner. Yeah. Oh yes. I didn't appreciate the way you treated me the other day. Yes. Baby, I turns it up. With that being said, guys, that's definitely going to also get the Shits Award because we definitely want to go ahead and move in. The Shits Award is Suga Honey Iced TEA. We not with the shits with that whole, learn how to but that whole definitely don't try to move DC. We was here first. We want to make DC a better place, but let's make it a better place for all. Don't try to even a we thing. Like, let's not forget, like, that music with us was here first. Yeah. Like, I mean, you can't come to the city and disrespect Go-Go. But I definitely want to get to this person's comment. We're going to actually tie that comment right into our infinity, where we do talk about the relationships. And our infinity question is actually, definitely want to give out a much love and support to Laura London and the Nipsey family and everybody, because our prayers are definitely with you. I know that this is a really, really hard time for you. But it got us to thinking, when do you actually start dating after losing someone like that? Do you date? And then with that being said, let's just go ahead and throw Kodack Black in the mix, because he deserves to get beat up, because that nigga is tripping. Amen. Tripping boots. Like, you gotta have some respect. You know what I'm saying? And somebody that looks like you really gotta have some respect. Okay, Kodack Black, you ain't in nobody's position to be trying to date anybody that looks like a Laura London. Again, let's be very clear. Don't try to troll and become right. But that's what I'm saying. That's why I said the way of this world, we don't got no respect for nobody. Like, we got to get some respect. Like, don't be trying to troll and this and that, or whatever the kids call it these days, just to try to get some recognition, because all publicity ain't good publicity. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Now you're going to get your teeth knocked out of your mouth. So now, if this is true, what this person on Instagram, YouTube is saying, you got beat up, then you deserve to get your ass beat. Because I would beat your ass. I know when my brother passed away, and I'm gonna just be very clear, and his wife started dating again, I wanted to beat her motherfucking ass. But who am I to tell her how long it's gonna take her to get over being alone? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. We have but I wanted to beat her ass because I felt like she should be single for 20 years. Okay, and so we lose somebody like I'm on. And that's the thing, and you will mourn, but that does not mean because somebody actually took somebody else. It really doesn't mean that they are not mourning. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that, but how long everybody's mourning and grief process is different. So we have to acknowledge that everybody's process is different. Yeah. How soon you would go smack at somebody? I mean, like, we need to discuss these timelines. Like, what are the rules? Because there are no rules. What's appropriate? How much you really felt for that person, because then you got somebody like it could be just different. Like, it all depends on how you really felt for that person. Were you really that in love with that person when they did pass away? Or here's the thing, I don't think so. Or it do depend on the person, because if you wasn't really with that person, because if you was with that person for like almost like 2 months and then they passed away, will you have the connection then when you was with somebody for 5 years and they passed away? Would you be able to move on a little quicker? I don't. One year versus 5 years, but 5 years. 2 months versus 5 years. Oh yeah, 2 months. That's why you just meet and then they pass away. Yeah, that was somebody like 5 years, and then you know what I'm saying. Yeah, you got to throw that into the mix. I think we got to respect everybody's healing process and grieving process. But I will say this, and this goes through the fact that in my grieving process, I haven't lost anybody I've ever loved in a relationship, but my brother, and I had to learn for myself. Don't get so caught up in the grieving process where you lose yourself. Or that you forget that you still continue to live. Exactly. Because it could be that somebody comes along during your grieving process that helps you supposed to help breathe you and live again. You know what I'm saying? They say that. And let's be clear. Sex and relationships are two different things. And it's yes, they are. Sex and relationships are two different things. I don't need to be fucked.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm speaking for myself.
Speak for yourself, okay? Because I know that there are a lot of people. As a matter of fact, the little common phrase is to get over somebody, to get under somebody. Now, that does not necessarily say that that is pertaining to, you know, if somebody died, but there are a lot of us who, in our times of need, reach out for comfort.
But I think,
or if that person is there, not saying right after, not saying, you know, because it's hard when you're in love with somebody and they suddenly pass. It's not saying that you're even open to any of that.
That's what I say. I do think you need to take some time to grieve.
You better.
Because what happens is you'll start, everybody you try to date, you'll try to find a little piece of that person in that person.
Yeah.
And that won't be fair to the other person you're trying to date.
Absolutely. Yeah, because at that point, that person is a rebound.
Exactly.
You are rebounding. Exactly. But again, we can't tell, like nobody can tell you. And that doesn't mean that you don't still grieve that person. Like I lost one of my best friends, and I don't think I will ever be like over it. You lost your brother. You will never be over it.
Hell no.
So to some degree, you always grieve that person.
Yeah.
But how soon, you know, how soon do you, and you know, because a lot of people, just like you said about your brother, you're looking at it like,
back in the day, I was looking at it like, bitch, I wish you would go out here and try to date. Because then I'm gonna start thinking that it was a conspiracy.
That it was a conspiracy.
You remember? I was
so now I, as that person, the person that was with that person, now I need to wait for it to be okay with you for me to do what I need to do.
That was the old me.
I mean, but the old you is as real as they come, and you're not the only one.
But I did think like that. I ain't gonna lie, because when she started, my brother passed away October 23rd, 2010. She started dating somebody January 2011. I'm like, damn, my brother ain't been in the ground 90 days before you trying to get your pussy licked. There's a problem there. And I immediately started thinking conspiracy. Did you two motherfuckers kill my brother so you two motherfuckers can be together?
Yeah.
Because you see that type of shit.
Let's not forget every day. We watch a lot of Lifetime.
I watch a lot of them criminal shows and a lot of Lifetime. And so my mind, and I'm grieving.
Let's be
at the
clear.
same time.
Let's be clear.
My mind went completely left for some years. But then I realized, who am I to tell somebody how long it takes them to grieve? That's on you and your demons or your angels. You live with that. You can't control that.
And it's funny because it doesn't mean that they're still grieving that person. You never know. That could be who's holding her.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
You just don't know.
Like you just don't know. You don't know what their process is. You don't know that their stages of grief.
Exactly.
Now I do think that we all, you know, I think there was an article some time ago, like way back in the day, that said, and this was not when you lost somebody. This was just like in general, breaking up in a relationship. Because we do have to take time for ourselves.
To process
all of the healing needs to take place.
Processing.
And it was saying that it takes you like twice as long. Like say you were in a relationship with somebody for a year, it takes you 2 years to get over them.
Oh yeah,
fuck that. Because guess what? If I'm with you for 5 years, I'm not waiting 10 years after you to be able to blah, 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 blah. No, that's not happening, son. So we got to comment.
I will say one thing too. If Lord does decide to date sooner rather than later, I hope that the world, don't let it be Kodack Black as honey. He is an African booty scratcher, so please do not date his ass. But I think she never would anyway. But what I say something wrong? African booty scratcher. I'm African.
I really can.
I'm African. I can say African. I'm African.
I know the booty scratcher part is coming.
He's a booty scratcher. He looks like he scratches his booty. He looks like he scratches his booty. He looks like he scratched his whole entire ass after he gets up and takes a good shit.
I am ready for you to continue. If you want to say,
he looks like he scratches his whole ass.
You took me aback.
Oh, that's what they should say back in the day.
You took me aback with African booty scratcher portion of events. But you're okay, so yes, Lord London, please do not. Okay,
but no, on a serious note, if Lord London does decide to start dating again, I pray that the world does not judge her. I really do.
Absolutely,
I really do.
It's not your business.
It's not your business.
It's not your business.
Like allow her to be who she is, because who are we to say what she's going through?
Right. Absolutely.
We don't know what that girl like. We can feel her pain. We don't know her struggle.
And you know, Nipsey himself might visit her in her dreams and tell her, baby, move on. It's not for you to judge.
So that's the only thing I pray that happens is they don't judge her.
Yeah.
Because, you know, she right now is in a very vulnerable space.
And it's already going to be difficult regardless, because
anybody should come out with.
Yeah, it's already difficult for her in general. We do have a comment. So on YouTube, we have a comment. Number one saying that Kodack has no home training. Okay. So
booty scratcher.
Although this person said a project baby. Okay, and you say booty scratcher. I think it's the same thing. Not sure. Not sure. But says it depends on the person. She'll probably, speaking of Lauren London, I'm assuming she'll probably never feel the same again.
Of course.
She is forever scarred. No one else will ever get her full heart again.
Of course.
Because a piece is gone forever. Let me tell you.
That was now, of course. Thank you for your comment.
Thank you for your comment, for sure. And let me tell you how I feel about some of that. Let me just say one thing. No one will ever get that. She is forever scarred. However, it is, by the grace of God, completely possible for her to give her heart to someone else. Whenever you shift,
but I don't think she'll ever give it that way.
But whenever you shift in life, she can never give this person to somebody else because she will no longer be this person. But the person that she becomes after this, you can give fully to somebody who is deserving. I think, first of all, Nipsey set the bar fucking high as fuck. So the next person, the next person who comes along is going to have to step in some huge shoes, and you're not going to be able to come in correct. So if you approach, hold on for a second, let me finish that. So if you are able to come correct and fit anywhere near and feel in my life in any kind of way that is something like that makes me not feel like you're lacking, because don't forget that next person, you got a big ass job, okay? Because you're not gonna go and step back and be like, I don't think she will ever.
This is just me. This is just me though. I don't think, like, definitely she's gonna be a totally different person. So she's gonna love totally different.
Absolutely.
But I don't think she will ever truly. I don't know. I just want to see, at least for me, like if it were like even when I went through a breakup, just say a simple breakup. The way who I am now at this current moment in the relationship I am now, I've never loved somebody nor I ever loved somebody the way I love my current relationship now.
Remember,
they get the best me.
But people, this is a momentary. I feel like this right here, right now. Grief, as she said on YouTube, says it really depends. Grief is different for everybody. Yes, grief is different for each of us. But all I'm saying is we need to realize that we do have the power to heal. And we do have just as much as we have power to change. Everybody changes. Every relationship. And if you guys, if you agree or not, think about every relationship that you were in, negative or positive, they all changed you in one way or another. They either said, I want that again, or I will never do that again. They let you learn something about yourself. And so if you are, I remember being completely and totally in love with people at the time when we were together. And this person that I am today looks back at that like, bitch, what the fuck were you thinking? Yeah. But it does not stop the fact that at that time,
you were in love.
I was very much in love. So what happens today doesn't take away from what happened back then or what happens in the future either. It just means that things change, you change, and the new person that she becomes, that person has a pain in her heart. That person can be healed, and she will probably, hopefully,
be her healing factor.
Hopefully, she will find some beautiful things that fill that space and make her remember that love that she
again.
Absolutely, because the one thing after losing my best friend, the one beautiful thing that I took from that is that was some pure ass love that person showed me. So now when I look around at other situations, I'm like, oh yeah, this is fake as shit. Or this is not cool, or that's not cool, because I've already seen the real thing.
I've experienced something. So
now everything is different.
He set the bar to let her know what she's supposed
to. This is what I'm going to give you, baby.
This is what you're supposed to be treated like.
This is what nothing less. Absolutely. So if somebody can come in and fill my shoes and make you feel okay, then of course. So Mary's saying, are we talking healthy responses or destructive responses? No, the thing is that you could respond in a healthy way or a negative way. And we're talking positively, I think. Mostly we're talking positively because, and speaking about Lauren London, she had a very
very beautiful.
She had a very positive experience.
Very good spirit.
Mm-hmm. And had a very positive experience with him.
With Nipsey,
and so I want to say that there's every possibility that she can have another positive experience in her life. Absolutely. Whoever she becomes can have,
because this is going to make her stronger.
Yes, absolutely.
But with that being said, guys, we definitely have already hit our hour mark. So we do have detox part of the show, and for detox, the weather is changing. I feel like it changed rapidly because it's about to be hot. It's like so hot. So, but this is that pneumonia weather, guys. Do not be tricked. Do not be fooled. This is the time when people get sick. So make sure you're taking your vitamins, drinking your orange juice, and drinking plenty of water. Mm-hmm. To stay hydrated and restore, because this is the time when people get sick as they know.
And water will help you flush.
Yes. So make sure you guys stay tuned to the weather. It's supposed to rain this weekend, but that was kind of like for the detox tea, because the weather just.
Yeah.
And like 2 people are sick right now because they weren't prepared.
And pay attention to the fact that, yes, we're getting this wonderful weather.
1 a day, 2 a days. It's still spring.
And it is warm during the day.
And cold at night.
It's going to make it that you don't need to have a coat and da-da-da-da. And then you get home in the evening and you freezing your balls off trying to make it from the car to the house.
Exactly.
Those are dangerous times for us. So cover up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Do what you have to do to make yourself stay well. And like Eb Deceleb said, vitamin C is good. We want to make sure that we have enough defense to fight water, hydrate yourselves and flush your system.
Lemon and ginger in your water.
Lemon and ginger. And also, detox tea is about your mind, body, and spirit. So with that said, we can tie in all of the things that we talked about today, from positivity, and the wellness of the mind, body, and spirit, to coming down to affinity. When we're talking about love and relationships, you have the power to heal, you have the power to move forward, you have the power to exact change in your own life, sometimes in the lives around you as well. And that's part of our mental well-being. You have the power. It's just that we have to exercise that as a muscle. I promise you, you have to. It's important that we speak to ourselves and about ourselves in a positive way. Even when you're saying, I am well, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I have good health, or I'm in good health. All of these things are triggers to your mind, which control your body. So be mindful of the things that you say, the things that you hear, all of the things that are in your environment, because pollution is not the only thing that can pollute your body. So you have this power to make yourself well, and you have the power to make yourself sick as well. So you guys, thank you again for tuning into SipsTea the show. This is another wonderful Wednesday. We thank you for tuning in, and we hope to see you next week. Don't forget to send us people who are brewing their tea. We would like to hear from you. Check our Instagram page. Please collaborate with us. It's Chappelle.
We had 800 likes, but I'm still confused because we only have 600 followers. So if you are not following SipsTea the show page, you best to be following.
Yeah,
just like and not follow. Yeah. Follow and then like.
Yeah, please follow our page. Like, for real.
We trying to get some love. Like, we doing it the right way. We're not trying to pay for followers.
I will not.
I refuse to pay for followers. Okay, just the hilarious.
Okay. But thank you guys for tuning in. It's all about you. And thank you guys for collaborating with us, because that's what it's all about. Educate, elevate, collaborate, communicate.
Yeah.
Some C words and some E words and stuff. But this is SipsTea the show, and we will see you next week. We love you to life.
Thank y'all so much for watching. And I'm about to go to bed.
She popping in your sleep.